Hey y'all, hey, it's Troyia Monay back to y'all with another video. I gotta give a huge thank you and a huge shout out to you guys. I have gotten so many new followers, supporters, subscribers over the past few weeks due to this video. I'm gonna link it right here. I'm also gonna link it up here if you guys want to go through and check it out. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it is basically like my rags to riches type of video, talking about like where I came from, how I got started in business and entrepreneurship, all the way into, what I'm doing now currently. And basically it was called Broke to Financial Freedom, because I went from making $32,000 a year to now making over six figures. And y'all showed that video so much love. And one thing that I have been really thinking about in this season and really praying about is how can I connect more with my followers and my subscribers. Like, I know y'all love when I come on here and just give y'all gems, but I know you guys want to get to know me more. I know you guys want to get to know who is this person behind the camera. Tell me more about Troyia, because I know I can be super private. So I definitely want to come on here and just allow you guys to get to know me a little bit better, allow you guys to get to know my story, the different things that I've been through that have gotten me to where I am today, because I'm pretty sure you guys have similar stories, right? So I definitely want to be a lot more open, a lot more vulnerable, and a lot more transparent with you guys. And also what sparked up this conversation of me talking about how I got robbed at gunpoint was me talking to one of my good friends, one of my business besties. She actually seen that I posted the Rags to Riches or Rob to Financial Freedom video, and she actually reached out to me and she was like, girl, you got to tell more about your story. And I went and actually told her about how I got robbed like just a few days ago, and she's like, you got to tell the people. You got to tell the people what you've been through, because you have to relate a lot more, right? Like, I want to relate to you guys a lot more. I want to tell you guys a lot more about who I am. And not just about, the things I've done, the amount of money I've made, the businesses that I've started, but who is Troyia and who is this person behind the camera? And that's what sparked up today's conversation. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, another thing that sparked up today's conversation as well is hearing a lot more about the Carly Russell situation, hearing that it could possibly or allegedly could be a hoax. Like, that definitely went through and just wanted me to tell my story, a true story of something that actually happened to me, and how it shifted my mindset, and how from that day forward I started living my life a lot differently. I started working a lot harder. I started not taking life for granted. Y'all, AI is going crazy right now. I feel like everywhere I turn as a business owner, every time I do some research, I'm always seeing something about AI, and it is literally taking over. If you're a business owner or if you're an entrepreneur, you need to be using AI to grow and to scale and to even launch your business. If you ain't using it, you're doing yourself a disservice, y'all. So y'all know I am so busy. I got a lot of stuff on my plate, and I'm so thankful for technology because I've been taking advantage of using AI like crazy. And to me, I feel like one of the most time-consuming parts about being a business owner is sending out emails. Emails gonna take you some time, especially if you want them to be effective. And I want to definitely give a shout out to our sponsor today, Tiny Einstein. They sponsored several of my videos before, and I gotta send out a huge shout out to them because they are making it so much easier for you guys who are newbies as it relates to business. You may be a solo entrepreneur, you don't have a lot of people on your team, and you just simply need help. So what Tiny Einstein, you guys, is doing is crazy. So they are sending AI-powered emails directly to your customers automatically without you having to go through and lift a finger, honey. Like, that is crazy, okay? So y'all, make sure you guys tap in with Tiny Einstein. If you're a busy mom, if you have just simply a lot on your plate, you really want to start this business, you really want to scale your business, but emails and that's just really taking a lot of time for you, I would really go through and look into Tiny Einstein. They are AI powered and also GPT powered emails that are sending directly to your audience. And what I love most about it is that it is data driven, right? Like, a lot of these emails that they're sending are based upon your customers' data, based upon their behaviors. So they're not just sending out just generic emails. They're actually sending out emails that are going to be useful and emails that will be result driven. So make sure you guys tap in with Tiny Einstein, and shout out to them for sponsoring today's video and different things along those lines. So I definitely want to tell y'all today all about the story of how I got robbed at gunpoint and how it changed my life, and how I'm just now feel like I'm finally getting over the situation, because it did cause me some PTSD. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I'm gonna talk to y'all a lot more about that right now. So this all took place in September, I want to say 2018, 2017. I want to say 2018. I'm not sure. It was my sophomore year of college at FAMU. So a lot of you guys know I went to Florida A&M University. That's where I got my bachelor's of science in public relations. So when I was there, it was like a really big hurricane. And if you know Tallahassee, like, it is on hills. Like, it is just not set up for a hurricane. Like, y'all hear all the time, FAMU is like the highest of 7 hills. It is not a town that is set up for hurricanes, just to be completely honest. So it was a really, really big hurricane that came that year. I forget the name of the hurricane. But a really big hurricane came, and none of us was prepared for it. Like, nobody was prepared for it. It wasn't like one of those hurricanes where it's like everyone's prepping and going to gas stations and different things like that. Like, it came super fast. Like, we only had 1 day of preparation. So what happened was, on that day, all the power went out in my apartment complex and a lot of my friends' apartment complexes. So all the power was out in the entire city for the most part. So what happened that night was, I was actually attending an event on campus, and campus was like one of the only areas that had power. So I was attending that event, and then I was like, okay, I have all of my clothes in my car. I'm going to go to one of my friend's houses who does have power, because she stayed like way deep in Tallahassee. So I ended up getting in my car after leaving that event and then driving over to her house. Mind you, she stayed deep in Tallahassee, which means woods, right? And it was really, really dark, and she didn't have any power in her parking lot, but she had power in her actual apartment building. So I'm literally like gathering my stuff to get out of the car, you know, just making sure I got everything. Mind you, it was a little late, not gonna lie to you. It was probably like 11, 12 o'clock, like it was pretty late. So I'm gathering everything out of the car, and as I'm gathering everything, I hear a knock. So there's a knock on my window, like knock, knock. And I look over, and it's a gun. And I'm so glad now that I'm able to tell this story without being emotional, because now I'm actually able to actually tell it without it feeling crazy. So yeah, there's a knock, and I look, and there's an actual gun. So there's a gun pointed to me through my window. So I'm literally trying to go back and restart my car so that way I can leave. But the person who has this gun, the person that's robbing me, he's like, get out of the car right now. So I'm like, oh crap, like dang, like I'm getting robbed. Like, oh my goodness, I don't have power. Like, what else could go wrong? Seriously. So I'm getting out of the car, and he's like, give me your keys. So I give him my keys, and he cranks up the car. And in that moment, I'm like, why are you cranking up the car? But then instantly I thought, oh, he's trying to see if I have enough gas so that way he can get away. So he's like, sit on the curb right there and give me your phone. So I give him my phone, and as I'm giving him my phone, there's 5 other guys with guns, with masks, like disguising themselves, all approaching me. I'm sitting on the curb. Nobody's around me. Pitch black, literally getting robbed. And in that moment, I don't know what it was, but I was so scared. I literally thought I was going to get kidnapped. I thought I was going to get raped. I thought I was going to die in that moment. Like literally I'm looking around, and it's just guys surrounding me with guns and masks and stuff. And I hand him my phone, and he's like, put in your passcode. So I put in my passcode, and I guess he got locked out of my phone a second time. So he's like, take the passcode off of the phone. Like, all of this is happening, y'all. It literally felt like all of this happened like 2 seconds, but it was like a lot of stuff going on. So I like unlock my phone or whatever, take the passcode off, and give him back my phone. So he cranks up the car. He sees that it's enough gas, and literally 2 seconds later, all those guys got in my car, and they sprinted down the road. Like, that whole situation happened so fast, but in the moment it felt like it was going by so slow. But now that I think about it, everything just happened in an instant. So they are like literally are down the road in my car, y'all, like sped off so fast. And I had literally, I know it's not about the car, but I had literally just got that car. I just got that car probably less than 6 months, you know, before that entire situation happened. So I'm like making sure that they're gone. I'm making sure that nobody else is nowhere before I get up. I have nothing but myself. And now that I think about it, like, I am so grateful that I had nothing but myself. I was healthy. I was untouched. I was just traumatized, of course, but I was healthy and I was untouched. And I like jump up, and I'm like running up the stairs to go to my friend's apartment. Mind you, she stayed on the 3rd floor. So I'm literally running all the way up all these stairs, and I'm banging on her door so hard. Bang, 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 bang. And as soon as she opens the door, all of my other friends are there too, because they don't have power either. So I'm like, I got robbed. And they're looking at me. They think I'm joking. And I'm like, no, I'm not joking. Like, I seriously just got robbed at gunpoint. I have nothing. I'm like, do you see me with my phone? I don't have anything. I don't have no bags. I don't have no phone. And I'm literally telling them like, oh my goodness, I just got robbed. So we instantly, of course, call 911. We tell them exactly what happened. And they came super, super fast. I'm not going to lie. They came so fast. And when they got there, of course, I'm telling them what happened. And come to find out, my car was involved in a high-speed chase. So not only did they steal my car, they stole another person's car too. And it was 2 cars on a high-speed chase. And in the process of them being on a high-speed chase, they ended up crashing my car into someone's home in Tallahassee, literally crashed it into their house. And it was just crazy. So basically what happened in that situation, I ended up having to go with the police officer to the crime scene. So I had to sit in the back of the police car to go into the crime scene of what happened. And they didn't allow me to see the person. Well, they allowed me to see the person, but they didn't allow the person to see me. They turned their bright lights on so far that the person would be blinded, so that way they couldn't see me. And I had to identify each person. So mind you, like, it was kind of hard to identify the people because everything was happening so fast. I wasn't even really looking, but I knew what they had on. Like, I knew the bottoms because I wasn't trying to look into nobody's eyes. I wasn't trying to like look at nobody's faces. I just knew the pants that they had on. So I was like, yes, that's the person there. That's the person there, blah, blah, blah. So then all of those people ended, of course, going to jail. And what's really sad about this whole situation that I found to be the most sad part is that they were all juveniles. Like, all of them were literally like 16, 17 years old, robbing people and taking advantage of people. And that just made me so sad because it's like, dang, like, y'all are so young. You got your whole life ahead of you and you want to ruin it by robbing someone at gunpoint, right? And it made me even more sad too because now you just crashed my car into someone else's house, right? Like, that was insane as well. So basically I had to identify the people. I was literally at the police station till I think like 6 a.m. literally all night. My friends ended up having to come, pick me up or whatever. And I was shaken up, y'all. Like, I was so shaken up. Like, it was really hard for me from that situation moving forward to sit in a car alone in the dark or to sit in the car, period. Like, I know a lot of us are like those type of women who we get to the house and we just sit in the car. I couldn't do that anymore. Like, I used to be that type of girl too. And to this day, I don't really do that anymore either. Like, I'm not the type of girl who likes to sit in the car anymore. I don't do it, and I personally don't recommend it. Like, literally go to where you gotta go, get out your car, and go back to your destination. Like, don't just sit in a car. Even though I was, still getting my stuff together, I still don't recommend it because it just shook me up. Like, still to this day, like, I feel like I'm over the situation, but that's one thing that I just won't do again is just, like, sit in the car. When I get to where I need to get to, I'm getting out of the car, and I'm going to, do whatever I need to do. So basically after that, she ended up, my best friend ended up picking me up from the police station, and she took me home because took me to get some food and took me home because I literally had no car. I didn't have no money because I don't think that they ended up giving me my wallet and stuff. Nope, I didn't have no money. And did they give me my phone? No, I didn't have my phone until the next day because they confiscated it for fingerprints and stuff like that. So I didn't get my phone until like the next day. So I literally had nothing for a minute, okay? So I ended up going back and staying at her house, I think. Or she might have took me home. I don't remember. It was a minute ago. Until I was able to go back, get my phone, and everything like that. So, mind you guys, in the process of this happening, I'm calling my parents, calling them, mind you, a lot. I think they were like asleep. They didn't really answer the phone. And of course, they were like really disappointed. Like, why were you out late that night? And I'm like, listen, this is a college town. I'm in college, trust me. It is like 11, 12 o'clock. I've been out way later than that. But I couldn't, of course, tell them that in that moment. So of course they were really, really disappointed. My dad is a dad, okay? He is a ride or die dad. And he's like going off like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this happened. We got to go through and do something about this. Like, he's like going off. And I'm like trying to keep him calm. Like, there's nothing that we can do there in police custody. It's nothing that we can do here. We got to stay calm. Let's just get this entire situation done with. Like, I was just over it. So basically, like, after all that happened, I decided to not press charges. And the reason why is because I was so shaken up by the entire incident that I just wanted it to be done. Like, I didn't want to have to go through it. I didn't want to have to relive what happened. I just wanted it to be gone. Like, literally, I had so many letters in the mail, so many calls. I had so many like lawyers calling me and stuff like that. And like authorities. I don't even know. Like, it was just so much stuff. And I'm just like, I can't deal with this. I don't want to deal with it. And I just left the entire situation alone. They ended up getting off. The main guy that did rob me, he did do some time, but the other four guys, they ended up, getting off or whatever because they were minors. So yes, that entire situation happened. And when that happened, I really realized how valuable life was, like, in that moment. And if you know me, like, when you went to college with me, that is when I really amped up stuff. My junior, senior year, like, I feel like freshman, sophomore year, I was just skating by. I was really chilling. Junior, senior year is when I really start putting stuff into overdrive after that situation happened, because it literally changed my perspective of life, and it really changed the way that I moved. So I started getting hella internships, y'all. Like, I had, in one school year, I think it was my junior year, after that entire situation happened, my junior year, I had 7 internships, y'all, in one school year. Tell me how I did it. I don't know. A lot of them were virtual. Or no, I'm lying, y'all. I had 7 altogether. I think I had like 3 or something like that. I had a lot of internships. I don't even remember. It was a lot. So I did like hella internships. I started getting more involved on campus. I started really taking my craft a lot more serious. So I did launch my PR agency when I was a junior in college. Started taking clients. I started working with like a fashion boutique at the time. And I really went into overdrive, and I started working so hard. And the reason why is because I needed something to keep my mind off of what happened. And it's like a blessing and a curse at the same time that entire situation happened. It was a curse because it caused me a lot of PTSD and a lot of trauma. But at the same time, it was a blessing that happened, because I never went into overdrive like that ever in my life. Like, I feel like I skated through high school. Of course, I was involved in activities, but it was nothing serious. Like, I was never like a super, super hard worker, like, until that situation happened. And when that happened, like I said, like, I looked at life completely different. I started making sure that I took life serious, because I really value how short life could be, because it literally could have been gone in an instant. Like, they didn't have to just leave me there. They could have been like, dang, she's going to probably call the police and we're probably going to get in trouble. Let's take her with us, type thing. And my friends probably would have been calling me like, oh my goodness, where's she at? She said she was on her way, da, 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 da. Like, that, it couldn't have ended like that. It could have ended so much worse, but God literally had his hand on me in that situation. And I'm so thankful for it today. I'm thankful that it happened, because I would not have the work ethic that I have now if it wasn't for that situation. Because I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I've been taken care of my entire life. Like, my parents have spoiled me. They have given me everything that I've probably ever wanted. So I never really had like a hustler mindset. I never really had like a let's get up and grind mindset until that happened. And I thank God that happened, because it really showed me the value of life. Like I keep saying, like, it really showed me like things can literally be here and gone tomorrow. And I'm so thankful that situation happened. So one thing I really challenge you guys to do is to dig deep into your story. Like, what are some things that, have happened to you that you probably don't even realize caused it? I didn't even realize that me working and putting in overdrive and really, hustling and grinding and all those things was because of that situation. I really didn't realize it. I just was like, I got to go do stuff to get my mind off of what's going on. People calling my phone, can you come up to the courthouse to identify this? No, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Like, I just didn't want to do it. I didn't want to have nothing to do with that situation. I just really wanted to put the entire thing behind me. And I'm just very thankful for it. It was very unfortunate. And of course, my parents were very upset that happened. I was upset that it happened. But everything's replaceable. I got a new car. I got a better car. It was a crazy situation, but I'm grateful that it all happened. And shout out to my friend for telling me to tell y'all this story, because it feels good even now, just me telling it and actually just letting it out, because y'all, that caused me a lot of PTSD. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. It would be times where as soon as I park, I'm getting out of the car. Or there'll be times where I'm driving and I'm gathering my stuff while I'm driving. So that way, as soon as I literally, park my car, I can just get out. Like, there was no time for me to kind of like gather my stuff. Like, I wasn't playing that. Like, I was gone. I didn't like staying out late anymore. Like, I didn't like being by myself. Like, anytime that I park the car now and I got to wait for somebody, I'm literally like, can you hurry up? Because I don't want to be, like that, So yeah, I say all of this to say, like, really think about the different things that you have gone through and really identify, you know, what caused it, you know, that causing that effect. Like, I didn't really realize that that was the thing that put me into overdrive and really allowed me to grind a lot harder until like recently. Like, I'm like, dang, like what made you like go so hard? You know, like your last couple years in college, like what made you like go so hard doing this and doing that? Like, that was the situation that made me go so hard, was because I really realized how valuable life was and how quickly it could be taken away. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, you know, getting to know me a little bit more and knowing my story. Be safe out there, especially my women, my ladies. Please be safe out there. Like, carry if you can. Get you some, you know, weapons if you can. Try to like not stay out in dark environments. Try to always have you a friend with you or something like that, because it can get scary out here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give this video a big thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.